Hey. We are back with another episode of Casual Talks with Jade and me. And we want to talk about on
our
this
favorite
episode,
public figure, apparently.
It's Kanye West. That's all we talk about, right? Like, I love Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Look, Black History Month, though. This nigga talking about he want to rebrand it from Black History Month to Black Future Month. And, like, what's your thoughts on it?
Because apparently he don't want to keep talking about the tragedies in the past.
No, it ain't even like we were never talking about the tragedies in the past when we talk about Black History, but we was like celebrating like the accomplishments of
talking
Black
about
history.
Inventors and
shit like that,
abolitionists and stuff like that. What was your question?
What you think about it? Like him trying to change, him wanting to change it.
I got the little video sent to me, and my response was, Black Future Month. Sounds interesting. Then I said, the Kanye West is putting out an experiment again, similar to Lil Wayne's experiment with skinny jeans. You see how I took off? So what I meant by experiment...
You funny as fuck, so I see how I took off.
No, because what I mean by experiment is, in my opinion, I don't know what's in this man's head, but in my opinion, it's an experiment. He wants to see how many people... First of all, like, I'm here for it. I love focusing on the Black future millionaires. Yeah, cool. But anyways, I think the overall purpose of it for him is an experiment. Like, how many people are actually going to follow this? Is this really going to become something nationwide? If so, I'm taking a step further. Because,
what type of effect he want to
be a president. And so if I can have this huge influence that people are now celebrating this holiday, like a
political move.
Yeah, it's very political. And you will achieve it if it's successful. So that's why I just assumed it was an experiment.
I feel like I was all for it initially when he said like we should rebrand it to Black Future Month. I was cool with it until I seen the Shade Room share a post of Tyra Banks like reflecting on her being the first Black woman on some magazine. I forgot it was, but it was in 1997, and that like changed my mind because that wasn't that long ago, 1997. So to change it to Black Future Month, we would be like cutting all that out, and that's still stuff we don't know about because I didn't know about that shit.
So with Black Future Month, does that mean we don't learn about our history anymore?
Exactly. No, because it's Black Future Month. It's fuck the history, and that's why I was thinking maybe we should change it to Black Power or Black Empowerment Month.
So maybe. We need to have this conversation with Kanye to get real, like, concrete understanding.
You need to hit us up, Con.
Yeah, because a lot of people say a Black History Month shouldn't exist. Like, we should talk about Black history throughout the year. So,
absolutely.
Like, if he's going with that run, like, we don't need to have to talk about Black history in 1 month when it should be talked about throughout the year. But in 1 month, we can talk about Black future stuff. We can put all this towards empowering the Black people and stuff like that. Like if that's how he looking at it, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't really know, but I understand.
I understand you saying like we should talk about it throughout the year. However, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna fucking happen.
Gonna happen.
It's very possible that it's not. Like it's not gonna happen. This is the one designated month that they give us to celebrate ourselves. You think they finna give us a year?
They have to give us. It doesn't have to be a holiday.
I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying. You think that they really finna teach that shit in schools all year round? No, they are not. That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna be. The only way it would be talked about is if we do that, and we are not still in the position to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we still working that up. That's why I think for right now, like I said, it should just be Black Empowerment Month. We could just celebrate all areas and all aspects of Black people. You know what I'm saying?
I think the nation is slowly climbing into a change of what we're starting to learn on a nation aspect. And a lot of different cultures are trying to make their culture important, like feeling the same way we feel about Black history. And I think it is gonna happen. Like I'm actually writing up a paper for my class about it, but so I do think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's probably gonna happen
tomorrow.
Right, exactly. It might be another like 10 years, maybe even less though, because the demand for it is a little bit higher now.
Like, it ain't no damn demand. That's just Kanye talking bullshit.
It's not only Kanye that's talking his talk though. You have other people talking the talk too. They just not as public of a figure as Kanye, because I've came across these people that's talking it, and it's not uncommon. She don't talk to that many people. So
I talk to y'all. Nah, but seriously,
well, a lot of people want this
don't.
shit. Like, what I mean, like, a lot of people want this shit is because the newer generation right now, they're upset that they feel like people are telling them they have to be a certain type of way. Like, they don't identify with certain shit that we identify with. So they like, we want to change. So that's why I feel like a change is coming. It's coming sooner rather than later.
I mean, that's just the way of the world. It's always changing. It's gonna keep changing. That's why I said, like, in another like 10 years, I don't think white people are gonna be the majority anymore. I think it's just gonna be
it's a big diverse thing.
Yeah, like a multicultural
or it might
nation.
be a world war and they wipe this shit out.
All right,
and
that's gonna
world
be the end of this
the way that we know
episode.
it. Like, this
that's the end of this topic. It's not gonna be a world war.
They say every couple of years it's a new world order. They what do you say? Every 500 years is a new world order. Be prepared.
We supposed to take off together, but instead compete with them. How we supposed to take off together?
Hey, we back. Me and Jay was having a conversation about people naturally being attracted to multiple people. It's a natural thing. And I just thought this was funny. I had said, like, yeah, we all like animals. You know, my cat, when she get in heat, she'll get it from anybody. Like, it doesn't have to be one specific person. So, like, in a way, us as humans, we're all animals. So I do feel that way, too. But we live in a culture where you have to pick one unless you just don't care for yourself. That's what they say.
Yeah, and I just want to know, like, you know, why is that frowned upon to, like, you know, fuck with multiple people? Like, I just feel like love is too much of an infinite thing to, like, focus it on one person forever. Like, I think that's weird. I think it's really weird. Now, if you can do it, you know, that's great. And if you've been doing, that's great. Like, but I don't think it should be like, oh my God, y'all just out here fucking hella people. Yeah, because love is love. Like, and that's how we express it. That's how
I'm sorry, you taking it a bit far. I'm talking about love and sex.
Like, yeah, I feel like that's as people, I feel like we express
like
our,
same thing.
Yeah, because I feel like we express our love through sex.
So everybody who has sex with you love?
No. But I feel like when I do love, I should be able to fuck them, and it shouldn't be a problem.
You don't love that many people. You've actually only loved one person, so you'll actually be kind of being.
I'm mad she's doing. I'm mad she's doing all this. Listen. I'm not saying just because I've only loved one person that. First of all, don't tell these people my business. Like I just be out here fucking niggas. Second of all I'm saying that is what the fuck you just said. Anyway, look, I'm just saying if you want to express your love through sex with multiple people, you should be able to do that. I'm not saying that just because I fucked maybe one or two niggas that I loved all. No, I was just living my life, you know. But look, I'm saying
you got the words mixed up. Talking about we love people and we express that love through sex.
I feel like you should, but throughout your lifetime, you're gonna meet a lot of people that you're gonna fall in love with.
Right,
and if you want to have sex with them, have sex with them.
My thing is you preaching this, but you acting a whole different thing.
Well, not anymore, because right now I'm celibate. And I'm going to choose to be celibate until I find, you know, one person I want to be with. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to do that, you should be able to do that.
Yeah, and realistically speaking, like, because we live in America, we all live in the same society, and we're learned cultural things. So we learn that it's only normal to love one person kind of thing. So when we do fall in love, we don't even be looking around for other people to love because we've been conditioned to only love this one person.
Exactly.
So that has nothing to do with what people is telling us. It's with actions that we see. That's why I talk about learned behavior. So it's hard for me to say, like, because I live in America, it's hard for me to say, like, I'm going to have sex with multiple people and not feel no type of way about it. Like, I just don't think everybody feels some type of way about it. They can be, what's that bitch name?
Lori Harvey.
Nah. Amber Rose. That could be Amber Rose and talk about the slut walk or whatever the case may be. But I guarantee you it was a point where you was feeling like, oh man, I probably shouldn't be doing this because of how what you grew up seeing and shit like that. That's all I'm saying. Like,
and I'm saying, you know, just because I probably fucked a few niggas or whatever and I wasn't in love with them, that don't mean like my thought process can't change. Like I could sit here and say now, if I want to love a lot of people, because I do. Like I'm evolving into a person who just loves. Granted, like I said, I'm celibate because there's more to life than sex. But if I want to express my love through sex, I should not be condemned for that. I should not be looked at like, oh my gosh, she just out here swanging cooch to everybody.
And
but like, whatever.
I mean, She just makes it sound so funny. But I do agree because it goes back to me saying I don't really like the American system. Like, they try to make us feel like we live in a democracy, but it's really a dictatorship. They force us to believe in
Look at this
things.
fucking vaccine.
Yeah, that too. But mostly it's because of what they choose to broadcast and televise. Like, those are how we learn culture nowadays. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can say, hey man, you get your own choice, but you're gonna literally put things in our way to direct us and point us to what the fuck y'all want us to do and believe in. So that's what.
And that's what she basically said. Like, what happened with the whole 2-parent household instead of like orgies all the fucking time. I'm being funny, but yeah, like, you know.
Yeah, she believe in a world where women should be able to have multiple husbands.
Absolutely.
And be culturally accepted.
That's what you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, if a man wants to fall in love with 1,000 bitches, he should be okay to do that. I feel like if a woman wants to fall in love with 1,000 men, she should be okay to do that.
Just imagine. So, because I understand the saying is we shouldn't have these gender roles and men should do what women do,
I don't
vice
agree with
versa,
that,
blah, blah, blah. But naturally, majority of the men that are born are stronger than women. So, like, just imagine you being this woman, even if you're an average size woman, meaning not small and not really big, but you have 5 niggas. Is you finna have 5 skinny ass niggas, or you finna have some niggas that look like men and they all big but passive as fuck?
Like, throw it at
but passive as fuck though. Like, you know, I can let her run the show, but you over here a big ass man. Like, that's weird. Like,
it's very weird. And that's what, like I'm saying, like, white women did that shit. Like, they wanted to fight for this whole fucking what's that shit called? The women, like, the
feminist movement.
Yeah, the feminist. And I think that's a bunch of bullshit. And you black bitches get behind them supporting that dumb shit, and that's not the way that it fucking go. Why the fuck, like you just said, like, why would you want a man that can't be a fucking man? I don't want no man who can't lead me. I'm not trying to lead him. I want him to lead the fuck me. Like, no. Yeah, tell me where to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how that shit go. But you bitches that want to eat, you bitches wanted to go to the army. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, no.
Some people might want to go to the army. Now, I'm not Jade, but
I'm like, that's y'all really supposed to have those type of rights. Like, get the fuck out.
I'm not saying the feminist movement wasn't necessary, because it was. Because in a corporate America, there's no reason that women should be getting paid less than men just off back. Like, that shit is crazy as hell. There's no reason that women should be sexually harassed and it's okay. But nigga, like, that shit is weird. Like, no. So I do believe it was valid for them.
I feel like it was necessary.
It was necessary, but we have to understand the system was always set to not favor black people. So us as women and black women, we even lower on the totem pole. Like, so it's gonna affect us in all ways. Our family dynamic, like our work. Like, it's just, the feminist movement wasn't for black women, is all I'm gonna say.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these white women, they pushed an agenda and they used black women to help them push that agenda. It wasn't for us at all.
It hurt us, if anything.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think it is so fucking... Bitch, I want to stay home and cook and clean. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I don't want to fucking go to work. These bitches fought to go to work.
I do want to go to work, man.
Yeah, but now, and see, and part of that, it became like a separate society. It became like, first of all, when this whole movement was going on, black people was fighting for their own rights. One. And so, in fighting for women's rights, it made it to a point where now we have to compete with our men. And that's not the way it should have ever been. So now it's like we out here trying to get jobs that they're supposed to have.
So when I say it wasn't in favor of black people, like she said, like, we're at a position where we competing with our men, but we can't afford that. Whereas y'all can, because y'all privileged.
Absolutely. We
cannot
afford that shit.
Yeah, as a culture, as a race, again, that's why I say it did more harm to us than anything.
Absolutely.
So I do agree with Jade saying, but it's not, your words are a bit direct, because some bitches do want to go to the army.
I mean, I understand that, but I felt like that was a white woman's battle. I feel like a lot of this should be white people's fights, and we just get in on it because we want to be a part of some shit.
That part.
Like, that shit is stupid.
She said that we want to be a part of something. So, like, to take it even deeper, like, taking away race, I think that's everybody's agenda. I'm taking a class in theater for social change, and every article that I'm reading is like, these people really wanted to change because they felt left out. And in my opinion, why the strong need to fit in? Why the strong? Because they'll want to fit into a corporate America world. Or like if you watch Gossip Girls and you see the elite white people, they are jealous because they can't be seen as them, as popular. And again, why isn't your little circle that you in
good enough for you,
like,
bro?
It's like, I want to be a part of the masses. Like, this shit's weird to me.
When I think about the whole civil rights movement and the whole integration thing, that's what it's called, right? When I think about that, I felt like, as a kid, obviously I thought Martin Luther King was doing a good thing, but now I feel like that was the dumbest shit we could have ever fucking did. Exactly. I just feel like we should not have been fighting to integrate. We should have been fighting for better accommodations within our own community.
Exactly.
You want better school books? Fight for better school books. Exactly. You want better desks? Fight for better desks. You want cleaner fountains? Fight for cleaner. Fight with the white. You wanted to break. That's what I'm saying. They don't fuck with you. Why are you steady? Like, it's like the stepchild that want to be accepted. Bitch, no.
Bad as hell.
No.
As soon as you sit at that table, you be like, I don't feel comfortable here either. You shouldn't have went there.
You shouldn't have wanted to be there. Like, look at Cinderella. The bitch didn't find happiness till she left their ass. That's what we should have did. Like, no, we should have. Remember, she was the stepchild. She wanted to be accepted by her stepmother and her sisters. But once she left them, she found happiness. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like being treated like a stepchild. It's crazy, man. But like, you know what I'm saying? Man, fuck y'all. Like, that shit ain't cool. Y'all fucked us over, bro.
Conquer from within. Like, my thing is, you shouldn't have to want to fit in. If you shine, you do you, people are going to want to come sit with you. You're not going to have to worry about trying to go sit with them. Like, that's all you can really do is be the best you and don't try to be.
Because that's what history has showed us, like, repeatedly, even now. Like, we still trying to fit in with white people, regardless if we want to admit it or not. But like, they bite our culture all the fucking time.
I talk about like having respect for Kanye and stuff like that, but even you, Kanye, you want to be them. And again, once you get to that table, you realize I'm not comfortable here either. Your ass should have never wanted to get to that table.
No,
like
let them come to your table and make them feel
your table. And I think it took him to get that and realize it.
Have you ever had them days when you felt strong and weak again? Hung around with needy, stingy niggas that won't eat again. How we supposed to take off together, but instead compete with them? How we supposed to take off together, but we instead compete with them? One in a cut, two on the side, 3 shots fired, 4 dipped and died.